please.
Alderperson Vitale,
Here.
Grisham,
Here.
Root,
Here.
Reinke,
Here.
Spansky.
Here.
All present.
Okay, then,
Chair, motion to approve the minutes
Yeah.
of the August 4th meeting, the September 1st, 2020 meeting, September 8th, 2020, and those were recess meetings, and the August 4th, 2020 meeting.
Second.
Okay.
Second.
all in favors?
Aye.
Oppose? The ayes have it. So we have, at this point, we have a Sampson a complainant in matter of the complaints against Mr. Steffax, LLC, Neil A. Steffax, agent for the premise located at 1902 South 68th Street, D/B/A, the Drunk Uncle 2019-2020 combination Class B Tavern License 2080.
Mr. Chair, if I could.
Yes, go ahead, Nick.
Prior to starting any continued hearing, I had a chance to speak with Mr. Stefik. I kind of just surprised him on this. We didn't talk before the meeting, but just as he walked in today. In thinking over the evidence thus far, I thought it might be an option to present a stipulation to the committee for a proposed resolution. My goal being, as the prosecutor, that we want to impress upon Mr. Stefik and more generally bar owners that there are confines to the law and to make sure they stick to those and try to act responsibly in the city of West Dallas, but also taking into consideration that Mr. Stefik might have some hard times during COVID, A. B, has taken some steps, including moving, and if you have questions for him later, I'm sure you can ask those, but he did schedule an impact assessment for later this month, I believe he said it was, next week, the 30th or so. And that kind of the options that I see the committee has, and Rebecca can speak to this more since she's the attorney for the committee in this instance, but the options really are to not renew, so Mr. Stefik would then not have any license, to renew and have no sanctions whatsoever, or to renew and have potential between 10 days and 90 days of a sanction. And so in light of those options, we proposed back and forth some days. Mr. Stefik was willingly close down for a period of days. In fact, he kind of overcut where I was looking at potentially in this case. But we agreed on 7 days to be closed. I did not make that in the stipulation to be consecutive days. I said in here, these days will be determined at the discretion of the city attorney's office through discussion with Mr. Stefik. I see a typo in there right now. He signed it, I signed it, we initialed it. I'm going to present that to the committee at this point, but I think you have full discretion to, obviously at this point, do whatever you want. If you think you want to talk to Mr. Stefik still, I think you obviously can. If you say this has to be adopted by the committee, so you can rip it up, it's nothing. It was an attempt to circumvent and make sure that it's smooth sailing after this point as well. And so it's completely up to the committee however you want to proceed. I have this document here. If you'd like a copy of it or the copy of it, this is that stipulation. But you can proceed as you see fit. I think the committee can still go into closed session as well to deliberate whether or not you want to do this or one of the other options that Attorney Hammett can discuss altogether.
Yeah, before we go on the closed sessions, I would like to ask you some questions,
Yes, sir.
Do you want Mr. Stefik to, I mean, he should probably be sworn if you're gonna be asking him questions.
Yes. You want to
So
swear?
raise your right hand. Let me find it. I just wanna make sure I say it right. Do you solemnly swear that the testimony you shall give in this matter shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Thank you. So, first of all, you did register with the classes, so
Yes,
when
sir.
you're going to begin, and understand that is the crisis of the
The assessment is
coronavirus.
for September 30th. And then from there, it moves on. So nothing happens, so that's the first step.
Okay, then the other questions that I have, how are you going to choose, per se, if you would determine, based on our city assistant city attorney Sherwin, how you going to, more or less, the closures, I mean, are 7 days, But I understand there's some reservation, I believe, from some of the older persons or committee members. Maybe they would like to ask you some questions just as well.
Are you asking what am I gonna do during those days off?
Yes,
Probably do a lot of cleaning. And might as well, right?
okay.
And just for the record, and I'm sorry, Mr. Chair, if I could.
Yeah, go ahead.
If there's any sanctions, if there's any closure, really all you can order is that they can't sell alcohol during that period of time. He could be open, and I don't know if he sells food or anything else, but this is only regarding a license for selling alcohol. And so, we sometimes run into that where, whoa, the place was open, what's going on? And unless we can prove they were selling alcohol, that's the issue. And they would send officers there, and they have in the past sent officers to check and make sure that,
I would not have the open sign on. Leave it at that.
Mr. Chair, if I may?
Yes, go ahead.
In light of this
Susan.
stipulation and potential agreement, I would move to discuss this further in closed session unless there's any other alders that have any questions. I think Attorney Serwin laid that out pretty
Yes, please.
clear.
Please,
So if you'd
yes.
like to discuss in closed session, and we can move
Yes.
forward with our decision.
All in favor to go on?
That was my
closed session?
motion. There's a second?
All in favors?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. So we are in closed session.
Thank you,
gotta
Mr.
read that
Sefton.
little
Yeah, you want me to
What
read
about
it or either way? I have it right here, so.
Go ahead.
Okay, for the agenda file.